Hello everyone. Just a minute until we get started, so stay prepared. Can you hear me? Okay, so the connection is stable now. Please type something into the chat conversation. All right, yes, we can start right now. Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Welcome to our AI DevTalk webinar, Build Smarter AI Agents with OpenClaw and FPT AI Factory. This is co-hosted by FPT and NVIDIA, and right now I'm really happy to see many of you here. So before we start, can you see my screen? Okay, perfect. Yep, about myself, my name is Tien, you can call me Tim. I work as a developer relations at FPT Smart Cloud, a part of FPT Corporation. My job basically is to help developers like you actually build things on our platform, not just sign up and disappear. I spent the last few years on working on AI infrastructure, model serving, and recently agent framework, and I'm going to be your host for today's session. So here's what I've been thinking about lately. Everybody's talking about AI agents. Every X thread, every LinkedIn post, every GitHub trending page, agents and agents and agents. And the tooling that everyone's talking about right now is this framework called OpenClaw. So if you've been online in the last 2 or 3 months, you definitely have seen the numbers. OpenClaw might be the fastest growing open source repository on GitHub. It has surpassed even Linux in weeks. So it is, let's say, the best trending right now. So today what we are going to do is we're going to walk through what OpenClaw actually is, what problems it solves, and more importantly, where it breaks when real users show up. And then I'm going to do a live demo when we build a small agent connected into FPT AI inference and show you multi-model routing work in real time. And at the end, we have Q&A. So please hold your questions or drop them in the chat as we go, and we'll get into them. So why is OpenClaw? Okay, so in one sentence, OpenClaw is an open source framework for building AI agents, not chatbots, not wrappers around an API. It's real agents. So here's the way I'd like to explain it. If an LLM is a brain, OpenClaw should be the body, and it gives your AI a voice, a personality, a hands that can use tools, memories that persist across conversations, and a way to actually interact with users. And because it's open source, you own it, you can fork it, and you can customize it. You can even contribute it back. You're not renting someone else's roadmap. Yep. And so what does OpenClaw actually give you? There's 5 things in this slide. I'll go through them quickly, and we can see all of them in maybe in my demo. For number 1, it's a persona engine. Your agent's personality is not just a system prompt. It's structured definition, tones, values, boundaries, communication style. So your agent stays in character across every conversation. So for number 2, memory architecture. 3 layers out of the box. Short term for current conversation, medium term for recent sessions, and long term for a persistent user profile. It can grow over time. So this is the biggest difference between a chatbot and an actual assistant. So for number 3, tool and skill orchestration. Your agents can call APIs, read files, send emails, or update a CRM, whatever you can define. Then when OpenClaw sequences those tools for you, handles failures, delivers a result, and you don't have to write the orchestration loop yourself. And there's number 4. This one might be the critical. So I want you to remember your agents that doesn't have to be locked into one model. OpenClaw, let's just say simple tasks go for a cheap, fast model, and complex reasoning might go for a heavy one. So creative work for a specialist, and we can use this in the demo. And lastly, for number 5, the production-ready design. Input validation, error handling, rate limit, logging, monitoring, all for production ready. Okay. Next, just to understand what OpenClaw is really for, I need to zoom out and talk about what I call in the 3 areas of AI. So this is quick, but let's go through it. The first area, the LLM. This is the smart text box. You can call a model. It answers ChatGPT or Gemini in the browser tab. About 90% of apps are marketed as AI apps today, but they are actually in Era 1, a thin UI on top of an API call. So yeah, that's fine, by the way. It's a starting point, but That's not an agent. So for the second one, the AI agent error, this is where your system doesn't just answer, it acts. It calls tools, it reads your calendar, it sends emails, and it chains multiple steps together. This might be what most people mean when they say AI agent today. And there's error 3. The last thing is the autonomous AI companion. This is a frontier. This is just not a tool caller, but something that has actually a persona, a real memory, has skills that evolve and can operate alongside as with you as a companion, you a coworker, a specialist. So this is what OpenClaw is actually pointing at. So tonight I want to take you from era 1 to the way all the way to era 3 using OpenClaw and show you what it actually looks like in the code. Now, let's be honest with each other. What you have actually built, a text box in Area 1, a text box that calls an API, but one with no memory, no personality, no skills, that forgets you when you exit the moment when your request is over. So you level up, you add tools, your agent can read emails, check calendars, search for database, you write up orchestration, and then you type something like check my calendar for tomorrow, find any conflict meetings, and draft a reschedule email for the lower priority one. And it actually does it for 3 tools, for 1 prompt, clean execution. You're sitting at your desk 11 at night, and yeah, you're happy on it. And then when Monday happens, real users arrive, real data, real consequences, and every crack in your architecture turns red. So let me walk you through the 5 cracks. I'll call them the 5 breaks. So the first break, the break 1, the missing brain. Your agent calls one model for everything: summarization, classification, reasoning, creative thinking, all hitting the same frontier model at the same price. So your summarization would end up costing 50 times than what it should. And when that one endpoint hiccups, your whole agent is down. Breakthrough, the performance. Every tool call is a model round trip, 1 to 3 seconds each. A 5 tool workflow, 15 seconds. So your user is watching a spinner while your agent deliberates like a philosophy professor who got asked what time it is. There's break 3, cost explosion. Each step stands the full conversation history. One user triggers a retry loop, 47 retries. Full context, every time. You wake up to a $300 bill, or in my case, my agent discovered online shopping while I was asleep, and it did not have good taste. There's break 4, security. Demo authentication is a hard-coded API key in a .env file. Production authentication is OAuth, token refresh, per user credentials, scope management. When a token expires, your orchestration layer doesn't know what to do. It retries with the dead token, it hits rate limits and spirals. There's break 5, and this is the one that nobody wants to talk about, the ban hammer. You build your agent, you connect it into the major providers. Your agent is doing what agents do, calling tools, running chains, dozens or hundreds of API requests per user session. Everything is working beautifully. And then this message just suddenly shows up. Your account has been suspended for violating our usage policy. So no explanation, no warning. Your product is offline, and you don't have any idea what you did wrong. So here's what's actually happening. When you run an agent, your traffic pattern looks different from a normal user. And the major providers have abuse detection systems that fact exactly what that pattern. They ban first, they ask questions, then never. So you cannot build a production system on a platform that might ban you for using it that way, right? So this is exactly where FPT AI inference comes in, and this is what the demo is about to show. Okay, next. I'll show you how to build AI agents the right way with FPT Smart Cloud AI inference. Okay, before we start, I want to talk about the three-layer mental model in this slide. Yeah, before we jump into the demo, I have 30 seconds on the mental model, so it should take the demo much easier to follow. An AI agent, when you build it right, it's not one thing. It's three layers. There's layer one. It's the agent itself, the persona, the prompts, the tools, the user experience. And this is OpenClaw's territory. So there's layer two, the model layer, the brain. But critically, not one brain, multiple models behind a routing layer that picks the right model for each task. So this is FPT AI inference. And there's layer three, the AI infrastructure, caching, rate limiting, authentication, monitoring, fallbacks, the prompting, and this is FPT Claw, which we'll show you at the end. Building an agent without these three layers is like riding a motorcycle at 100 kilometers with no helmet, no mirrors, no brakes, so it's thrilling. It's right up to the first intersection. So why is FPT AI inference the right brain layer for OpenClaw? There are three reasons, and we go hands-on. The first one, we don't ban you for being an agent. FPT AI inference is built for agentic workloads. We know that a 5-tool workflow means 5 model calls in 10 seconds. That's not abuse, that's how your agents work. The second thing, the cost math actually works. So comparable model quality at significantly lower prices. And because we give you routing, you pay lightweight prices for lightweight tasks. So in my own test, I've seen cost per session drop by 40 to 60% for same quality. And three, we're in the region. When you call a US based from provider from Ho Chi Minh City to Hanoi or Singapore, you're paying a 200 to 400 milliseconds for pure network latency before the model even thinks. So for an agent doing 5 sequential calls, that's an extra 1 to 2 seconds per user interaction. So our infrastructure runs this in these regions. So you users feel the difference. Okay. So that's enough of slices. Let's actually build this. You guys can see my screen. This is the demo session. So first, I'll have this block. The installation is already documented here, so you guys can definitely have a check in this title, how to use OpenClaw with AI, FPT AI inference. We already note this document in the domain, and I can now follow this instruction through my demo and open up my terminal. First, I'll go to the OpenClaw doc. To get my first command. for Mac OS, this command here. Let me go for it. So as you can see, I've already installed some dependencies. It should take a minute until it completes. Okay, almost done. So while the installation is running, I'm going to show you the step that we are going to show you. Our demo has 3 sections. So first, we're going to show you how to set up an OpenClaw agents, and step 2, we connect that with our FPT AI inference APIs. So in this step, we are going to connect by FPT AI Factory portal and configure model endpoints. And we test it live right here. So let's see if it has finished. Okay. So you can see in my screen. First, we just go for yes. Quick start. This is the second step that I've just shown you. We can choose VLLM because it has self-hosted OpenAI compatible that corresponding to our FPT AI inference. Okay, so we can get the base URL. We can get it here. Come to the FPT AI inference market. Click sign in. Okay, so we have the marketplace.fptcloud.com is the domain, and now you can access the API key right here. So there's this is my multiple API keys that I've already created. So let's create a new one. Name that fpt.ai demo. Create that. Okay, then we come back to the original. So about the model, I'll choose GOM 4.7. So this might be the state of the art. Let's find the base URL. It's here. We paste that into the terminal. And then I just paste my API keys here. Oh, sorry, I have to create a new one. I paste that here. Oh. GLM 4.7. As you guys can see that the model is configured. We keep the current. Okay, so this is the choice. This is some choices of communicating channel for you. We'll choose WhatsApp, or can skip for now because I'm gonna just demo the TUI for you, so we can skip this. So for search provider, we can skip for now. I'm gonna just demo how to use the FPT AI inference for OpenClaw. Configure skills, no. Skip for now. Yep, and it installed the gateway service that we can use for the UI. Yeah, it's complete. So now the next step is onboarding an agent. We can go for OpenClaw onboard. Yes. Quick start. Existing value. So if you guys want to configure for another agent, we go straight again. So I think that we can skip this for now. And use the default agents. Okay. Okay, so we can communicate with our agent right here. Yep. So this is my last session. Right now we connected to GLM 4.7 in FPT AI inference. I'll tell the agents to collect the stock prices. And you can see here, it's connected to GLM 4.7. And current context, it's right here. Which stocks are you interested in? Ticker symbols, APL. It's Dow Jones index, by the way. Yep. So yeah, that's it. We can configure the skills or soul or cron jobs for our agent to run overnight. So yeah, it's good to go. Show me your skills right now. Yeah. And right now you can prompt to enhance your agent skills or directly edit your skills in the files. And yeah, and I think we're good to go. Okay, so the recap of what we just did together, we configured an OpenClaw agents, wired up with FPT AI inference, and run some question on it. So let's open it up to questions. The team is also here with me in the call. If a question is better for engineering or for product, I'll hand it over. If you haven't asked yet, just drop your question in the chat round, or raise your hand. I'll unmute you. I'll take as many as possible as we have time for. Okay, so I can hear I can see that you guys have many questions here. So let's go forward. Okay, we have linked the in the guide of how to build with OpenClaw plus FPT AI inference here. The link is in the chat. Okay. So the first question I can see here, can a non-coder actually build it? So my opinion is somehow with OpenClaw on top of FPT AI inference, so a beginner can manage daily tasks like updating knowledge or adjusting the prompts or monitor the usage. However, for something like custom workflows or routing API integrations or optimizing the performance, you still need some tech skill anyway. So that's my answer for, yep. Oh, does this OpenClaw require subscription? It requires API subscription, LLM API subscription. As you can see in our guide, in our documentation, we have to use an API key, either from Open Router or Gemini, Claude, or you can use our FPT AI inference for more promotion and less expensive API key. Okay. Mr. Strategist has he has a lot of questions actually, because the project idea in mind, first ever agents. Yep, good luck with that. Yep, and yeah, you can we can definitely have a collaboration. Just you can give us your information. Okay. What AI model we use in the desktop app? Yeah, already answered. Currently, we use GLM 4.7. Oh, okay. Does FPT AI Factory allow us to bring our own model, example, fine-tune LLM, plug that into the platform? Actually, yes. You can use our platform. You can have a subscription in a GPU container that has the GPU instance, and you can actually deploy your model out there and and you can open for an API. Remember to configure it with OpenAI compatible form. So and then after that you can use that for your OpenClaw or for any of your AI agentic system app. Oh, there's a question that from from your experience building with these tools, the most common mistake developers make. I think that might be trying to make your agent too autonomously. So we developers always skip boundaries. We skip the tool constraints. We don't have any fallback logic. So the agent becomes unpredictable, and they are too powerful for everything. So yeah, in the end, so eventually we should start narrow, and after that we expand later the power of the agent. Don't make it too autonomously. Is it possible for free user to use? Yep, when you sign up for FPT AI Inference, you can start with a free 100 USD of free credits. That's enough for you to start OpenClaw with on top of FPT AI Inference. Yeah. Why did we pick OpenClaw instead? This is a community question, so anyway, I can answer it right now. I can answer it later. So it's mostly about OpenClaw. It's mainly for easy usage. So you can set up an agent much faster. And LangGraph or LangChain is for customization, and it's more flexible. So it's your own choice. Okay, so a question from Mr. Wu. What's actually happening under the hood when an agent is deployed on FPT AI Factory? Is it running on FPT on cloud infrastructure? Yep. It's deployed on our managed infrastructure. Yeah, it's containerized and orchestrated in our infrastructure. Does your device need to connect the internet when using FPT AI inference? Definitely, because you have to um, do API calls. Okay, when the model makes wrong decision on the line, how do we trace back when what went wrong? So this to solve this, there's a concept of human in the loop. We can apply that into the app. But for FPT Claw, with the last demo for FPT Claw, we have implemented that to for prompt and tool calls validation. And even after uh, after the error from the tool calls, the agents definitely it will retry for another way until it succeeded in the prompt in the tool calls. Okay, there's a question. What's the most challenging technical problem you would personally have to solve when first working with AI agents? Maybe something that didn't have a Stack Overflow answer. Uh, Maybe, so personally, it might be handling the state and memory of the agent. It needs to be consistent across multi agent session. Yep, and my solution is we have to build a short-term and long-term memory with strict schema validation. So that's personally, that's my experience. Okay, there's a question from strategists. Can the agent handle difficult or uncertain cases to a human staff member? The first question. Can the Yep, for select tasks, you can define the rules. You can define the rules, and you can find the confidence thresholds. For something that is unclear, the agents can ask us again, and it can pass a longer context, to make the output much better. And this second question, how do we control the agents? Score preventing. Oh, for this we have agent guardrails, and for FPT Claw, this is tested carefully. So the agents should be prevented from seeing sensitive data. Okay, I can see that there's many questions right now. We might not have much time to answer all of it. Yep, there's many questions. We will try to answer all of these later, and we'll follow up all of your questions. Make sure every questions are answered. Yep. Okay, so I guess that it might be the end of this webinar. Thank you. Yep. You guys can reach out to us later. We have just sent you this survey on the chat. So please kindly have your time to fill in this survey. Yep, so that's the end of this webinar. I'm so happy to have you guys here. So see you guys in future events. Thank you.